Happy Monday, everyone. I'm Jennifer Coons, one of the reference librarians at the library, and today I'm going to talk briefly about a memoir that I just read. It's called Heavy by Kisei Lehman. That's Heavy by Kisei Lehman. Kisei Lehman is a professor of English and creative writing at the University of Mississippi. He writes short stories and he also writes a lot of essays. Much of his nonfiction work deals with American racism, masculinity, feminism, and the Black Southern experience. This memoir reminded me a lot of Ta-Nehisi Coates' Between the World and Me for several reasons. One is that both memoirs are written to someone. That is, Between the World and Me is written to Ta-Nehisi Coates' son, and Heavy is written to Lehman's mother. Although you don't really know it's his mother that he's writing to until a little bit of the way through the book, which is very interesting. And also both books deal with what it's like to live as a Black man in the United States. Ta-Nehisi Coates in Baltimore and Kisei Lehman in Mississippi. So where the books differ for me was that Lehman's memoir is more personal. He relates his struggles, his internal emotional struggles, particularly with childhood obesity. He's very overweight as a child and sort of hates himself for that. And he also struggles with, so obviously he struggles with compulsive eating, but also compulsive dieting later on in life and compulsive exercise and some gambling addiction. And at one point his uncle says to him when Lehman is talking about his weight and how low it is, that he just loves the feeling of losing weight. And his uncle says, that's a white woman thing to say. What are you doing? You're a Black man. You shouldn't love losing weight. And I thought that was really interesting. So he is talking more about his struggles, and on top of his emotional internal struggles are just the inherited trauma, intergenerational trauma that African Americans just live with on a daily basis in this country. So I love this book for a number of reasons. One, I'm always interested in hearing primary sources because I'm a librarian and I love hearing from the source of experiences that are not like my own. Living someone who lives in the same country but has a very different experience than I do on a daily basis. And another reason I love the book was that I related a lot to some of Kisei Lehman's internal struggles and experiences. And the third reason I love the book was I love his writing style. It's very poetic, very dynamic, and Kirkus Reviews described it as pyrotechnic, which I thought was a very good description. One other thing about the book is I mentioned that Lehman is addressing the book to his mother. Their relationship is very intense, very complex, like a lot of parent-child relationships. She's a single mother, brilliant professor of political science at the University of Mississippi. And their relationship is extremely loving and also deeply dysfunctional. And that relationship and the mother's presence is a constant thread throughout the book. So that is my recommendation. That's my book bite for today. It's Heavy by Kisei Lehman, can be found on Libby. You can listen or read. And the author reads his work. Thank you so much.